Hello everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48th World. Today we're going to be reviewing The Bold and the Beautiful that aired today, which is the 18th of July at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time zone. First, we're going to get right into the part where Zende has a sweet and special night prepared for Nicole. I'm like, why did we have to go back to them? I kind of forgot they were there, or at least he was there. If you're gonna give me drama, give me Julius, their father, doing something with Sasha, or telling more lies to his wife. But the whole thing with Zende and Nicole, I'm just over it. Oh, but anyway, does he prepare, or is he preparing a night special for her that includes sex? I mean, come on. That is so overplayed and overdone. But anyway, it is what it is. We go to Liam. Liam is telling Wyatt that he needs to have more control over what Quinn does, because he's still claiming that she's a psychopath, this, that, and the other, and he needs to be doing more to protect Steffi from Quinn. And I'm like, Liam, just sit down somewhere, okay? Because you're barking up the wrong tree as well. You get into somebody else's business. Find some business of your own. It's time for you to find some business of your own and stop worrying about Steffi and Wyatt's affairs. I'm just keeping it real with you, okay? And I'm keeping it real with the writers. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to, because when I was looking at the story, I was looking at the rolling credits as well to try to figure out who I need to write. But I guess I just need to write the CBS production in reference to the Bold and the Beautiful episodes, and hopefully they'll get it to their writers team or whatever, because I'm very serious. I want them to look at the points of what I'm trying to tell them about what's going to gravitate more people to them. I know they're already established, whatever, but the scenes they give us, sometimes they're so mundane, sometimes they're just so foolish, you know what I'm saying? And it gets on my nerves to make me want to cuss at my TV screen all the time, when I'm supposed to be on a sobriety of stop cussing so much, because it doesn't need that extra benefit that I give it, but by using explicit language. But sometimes it's just how I be feeling, and it just rolls out my mouth, and it's just a whole big misunderstanding. But those are my feelings at the time, and then I have to come back and say I'm sorry for cussing so much in my dialogue. But anyway, moving on from there, I'm getting to the point where I'm finna write a letter. Yes, I am. I might take it on my next day off that I have and draft a letter to them, because it's just ridiculous. Y'all need to start listening to your fans and put some more believable stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we leave that situation. We go to Stephanie still getting on Quinn about coming to the office, begging for her job, just being in the presence of her family and herself. Who adopted Steffi as Queen Elizabeth? I mean, come on. She's no queen on no throne, on no palace, of no empire. She needs to stop it, okay? That position needs to be filled very quickly. There needs to be an opening. There needs to be some HR going on, setting up some viable candidates for Mr. Eric Forster, since he's back in CEO realm. Now, if he chooses to bring Queen on board, then he needs to take a little bit more responsibility in bringing her to the forefront of the family of who's he's seeing. You know what I'm saying? Because it really got on my nerve. It got on my goddamn nerves. And that's why I was really pissed about this situation. How he gonna let Steffi just tear into another grown person. I mean, respect your elders, you know what I'm saying? Unless you need to get them, on point, you need to straighten them out, but then do that behind closed doors, so it won't be representing that you're disrespecting somebody, this, that, and the other of age. Just get them, if they acting out of pocket, they acting too much like a fool, then take them aside behind closed doors and kind of chastise them and give them fair warning that, you cannot continue to have this type of behavior. And I really think that's what Eric Forster need to have done to Steffi, because she was totally out of line. You don't talk to nobody like that. I don't care how much you don't like them. It's almost like, say I'm gonna leave the situation because I don't want to say anything disrespectful, that I might have to somewhat apologize later on down the road, and I don't like doing that. So I like to keep everything kind of copacetic, everybody on one playing field, and done that way. So I was very upset with that situation. I wanted Eric to handle it, but he didn't handle it how I wanted him to handle it. Because at first I thought he was just totally throwing Quinn under the bus. Because, like I said, Steffi was getting on her. She was ready to call the security guard people and everything to usher Quinn out the building. Making such a scandal, as well as, just a display of foolishness, going on, and not professionalism. And how she can just pick up a phone and think she could just make stuff happen. So that is beyond me. But again, that's the kind of privilege you have when you're married into a wealthy, astute type family, and you never really having to have to work for something on your own to appreciate from where you were to where you're at now. She's always been privileged, so it is what it is. Okay, but leaving from that situation, we go to a commercial, we come back, we're back on the silly storyline of Nicole. Nicole is trying to get out of Zende again, what he has planned for her romantically, secretly, and all of this. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you this, that, and the other. So she goes and tell him, well, I had to go over and check on my mom and my dad, seeing how they doing and this, that, and the other. And you could just pick me up from over there. He said, cool, fine, whatever, but you're not getting any information out of me. Then it rolls on to where she lets Zende know she's a little bit more secure now. You would have thought having a baby would have brought that in perspective, but you're still a whiner. You still present yourself as a whiner, and you're going to regress back within a couple of episodes, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, she gives her, what do you call it, her approval, with lack of a better word to use, for Zende to start back working with Sasha. She feels she's gotten everything under control. She's got her vulnerabilities out. She got her insecurities out, and she's trusting him on another level now, that he won't, do the same thing he did to her initially, which was to pass her by. Okay, but anyway, it is what it is. You could believe the foolishness. I don't believe it. I really believe it's going to be another misunderstanding, and it's going to be Nicole looking foolish because she shouldn't have been trusting Zende again so soon. Okay, and then this whole thing about he had this night plan, romantic night plan with them. I'm sure he has some sexual scenes that's going to be for her to partake of. And I'm like, see, that's all that Joker worried about is sex, sex, sex. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of him. He's just over indulge with the sex scene. I had one sister, now you want the other one, the one that done had a baby, so you can feel all those goodies. I'm just sick of him. I wish he'd go back to wherever his parents are, Spain, Portugal, I don't know where they at, but he needs to go back and find them. I'm sick of him. Recast him all together. Find another love interest for the women, period. Zende just got a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like him. He's kind of too much like the Playboy mentality they've given him to partake of, and I'm not like, he's playing it very well. Yes, he is, being a charmer, being a charmer, being a seductor, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, but I see you, Zende. I don't like it. And moving on. So we go to well, we don't move on that quickly, because at the end of their little talks, he goes on there sure that he only loves her and not Sasha. Sasha walks in the room after hearing that, and she's feeling some kind of way about that. But okay, Sasha, you knew what it was. You went after a guy who's already taken, but I know he was playing you. He was calling himself so upset he didn't understand the ways of the world, or having a baby, or having getting someone else to be your surrogate because your significant other can't have it. All this is a foolishness. See, that's why I don't like Zende, because you try to play the humanitarian role, you try to play the businessman role, then you try to play the Playboy style role, and you ain't doing very well at none of them at the time. Not in my book, at least. Not in my book. Whew, but let's just get on out that driveway altogether. We go to Eric is, dismiss, what's her name? Steffi. And she's rushed herself over to Spencer Publications to tell Wyatt of all the comings and goings of what his mother has done now. Oh, I'm sick of her. Okay, I'm sick. I wish she fall into a coma somewhere, just to give me some time away from her, because her stupidity just keeps growing with each episode. It's getting on my nerve. It makes me want to cuss, get a cigarette, smoke, overeat. I don't know. She just, okay, anyway. Eric is fussing at Quinn. He's getting really into her, and Quinn kind of confused, because I'm kind of confused with Quinn, because I like myself some Quinn, even though I saw her more so with Deacon. But I guess you can't have two psychopaths running the street at the same time with the same purpose. So we'll digress on that for a minute, but I still like that storyline. But anyway, I felt bad, and I was ready to get in there Eric's ass myself. Like, I'm okay. You can't have it both ways now. I'm a unique person. I'm out there already. I'm certifiable and all of that. So I got a black belt a black belt in destroying people's lives, or putting them together, or pretty much whatever I want to do with it. And now people like me. People gravitate to that bad girl moment or image, and you like it. I know you like it. And you know, she don't know what to do. You know, she kind of like, should I say this? Should I say that? Then that queen, I'm like, queen be queen. You know what I'm saying? Queen like, fuck it, I'm gonna tell you what it is, and you just fall, let the cookies, chips, and fall, and potato chips, and the drink and so just fall on the fucking floor if you want to. But look here, you told me that you like me, you like live in the moment. Now, goddamn, that's what I'm giving you all day, every day. We living in the moment, all right? You can't tell what kind of person gonna come out of me two days from here or 2 hours from now, okay? This just is how it is. I'm very spontaneous. I like to do what I feel like I want to do, just as long as I ain't hurt nobody else. That's all we all concerned about. Me getting my hands on somebody and really trying to push them over a cliff, poison them with cyanide, chopping them up into little pieces. Not all these kind of little fantasies I might have going on in my mind, but I'm trying to digress because I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to stay away from the bills. I'm trying to stay away from the deacons so they don't draw me back in. I know I deserve better. That's why I'm looking at you, Eric. And if you can't be my man, I'm going to find somebody who has the same caliber of respect and honor and integrity such as you and Liam, and that's where I'm going with him. So pretty much he sold him on that idea. And then, you know, I'm like, Eric, damn, this woman is a G, and you don't even recognize what you got in you. She's a boss, business woman, and then she can get psychotic all on you on one thing. But one thing you can't say, she will protect the family if she's part of the throne. You know what I'm saying? She will protect and serve. And that's pretty much like Stephanie Forrester was. She just didn't go out to these antics of psychopathness. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't a psycho. She probably wanted to be a psycho, but they didn't want to play the matriarch like that. But it's a new time, new era. You got to have all those facets with you. Protect and serve the family, okay? That's what it's about. So anyway, we move in that situation. We go Steph, you know, like I said, she ran her behind over there, trying to make like Queen torch the place or something. And I'm like, who set her on fire saying she was the matriarch of Forrester Creations? I mean, you just saying whoever your granddad has in his life, you'll be glad you'll open her up with open arms. She's done a great deal with making him come back to life because he was dead at one point. You know, not literally, but just his emotions and how he's, you know, coming and going with everybody in the family. You know, trying to play like a third wheel and they have nothing awful. Okay? Because they're young. He's old and settled. Or I shouldn't say old, seasoned, I'll say. Seasoned and settled. And, you know, they can't get with him right now. They're fool with him around the holidays because that's what you're supposed to do. But they ain't fool with him around 4th of July. And that was a holiday. I guess they're just waiting for Thanksgiving to be thankful for family. You should be thankful for family every freaking day. Okay? That you wake up and breathe. And get something straight if you had to. Because it's out of lot. You know, a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Get a joker together. Here and there. Snatch them back. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess Christmas. Then you had the kids fooling with look, but they ain't got no little kid. Well, yeah, they got Lizzie now. Okay, and they got Will. Well, a little bit of kids here and there. Bring them toys in there, make it seem like a kid again. But again, another family moment. Family. So you got to have somebody before the holidays strike up. I wish Stephanie understand this scenario right there. But anyway, she over there just telling why your mama, she don't cross the line. I don't ever want to see her again. I don't told her also she don't cross the line. Don't want to ever see her again. Whatever little hope we had for her to be solidified with the family in just a small little way, poignant way. Forget that. Forget it. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave Steph alone on that situation because I can't stand her right now. I don't want to talk about her no more. Well, I got to talk about this other scene. But anyway, you know, why is saying, well, what went on? You know, and he couldn't find no relevance to relevancy to go, you know, put hands on his mama. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. And get her back in check. No, it wasn't a situation like that. And he even said, fuck it. We ain't gonna worry about it till we come back from Monte Carlo. She like, Monte Carlo? Who going to Monte Carlo? So he goes on to tell her the whole spiel about the Spencer Publications and the summit that he hosts every year. And he can't go because the cater debacle he don't got himself into. So he's sending all three of us as his spokesperson to entertain the guests and to talk about prosperity and money. Just greed shit. Because he already told Lynn, put him on check that or notice. Y'all go over there talking to them folks about giving them their money. We want them to give them out. I mean, we want them to give their money to us, not the other way around, okay? We trying to make money. We trying to invest. And we trying to do the wrong thing to stay, you know, up in our trillions of dollars that we do have, okay? And when we want to throw the peasants some money or whatnot, we'll give them when we get ready. But not when we, you know, having an organization that we have to do it on a 24-hour basis. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't like that. So he pretty much forewarned Liam, don't start no shit. Won't be no, how they say it? Nah, no shot. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna even use it. But anyway, don't boo-boo if you ain't ready to clean it up. Okay? Alright, just continue to sit on the toilet. Let me see. Okay, and then Liam, he's upset. He ready to call Lieutenant Baker. Like, well, okay, what crime has Quinn committed other than what Stephanie was saying, which was no crime found? You'll be making a fool out yourself, Liam. Liam, I'm gonna really need you to sit. Do you remember that white older gentleman that you had talked to on your way back to from Australia, from dropping Ivy off? The man had told you didn't need to be married because you just like too many women at too many different times, and you need to find that one woman that's gonna make you be all about her and you all about her and she all about you. You haven't found it. Okay, you need to go back either in your past and why it hadn't been exposed to them. I have go find Hope. Hope ain't got nobody. I don't even know if she coming back. They need to bring her back so they can take you on out the picture pretty much. Y'all both, you and Hope are both like cut from the same cloth. Y'all like all this humanitarian stuff, helping others, letting the world be a better place to live in and people to interact with each other in. That's what you need to go find. Leave all this smoke screens with all this money, all this fame, power. That's Bill, Wyatt, and Steffi, whether she know it or not. She don't have no ram and doing nothing nice either. She didn't try to start her own foundation. She's living off her grandmother's, reality of helping people. And she didn't get that started until she found little Daisy on the street because she had lost her freaking mind and stuff. But, like I said, come on. Let's do a little bit better with the storyline plot because I'm getting tired of the fuckery shit. See, it just flew out my mouth. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, that's when Wyatt introduces her or shows her the presentation of the video that Bill had showed him and Wyatt an episode ago. And she's liking the idea. She's liking, being exposed to so many different social events because they're going to be down there a week. And she get to walk the red carpet, get to flaunt her sexuality and all that kind of mess. But the more surprising point of the trip is that she's going to be taking it with her two favorite men, which I'm like, I don't know what Bill doing with that because he really only needed Steffi and Wyatt to go and leave Liam here somewhere. Okay, put him on, I don't know, I don't know what we can do with Liam at this point, but put him in a coma too and let him rest until we ready to find an appropriate storyline for him. But anyway, she is on board with the idea. And he gets a phone call from somebody in the office. They need to talk over with him some situations that's going on at Spencer Publications. He leaves them briefly, or he tell them, he got to go handle some business. He'll see her at home, da-da-dee-da-da. So he pretty much leaves them to talk amongst themselves. Leave that situation. We go to Nicole, gives Zende permission to work with Sasha, and she's standing in front of Sasha. She ain't no more insecurity. She even kisses him in front of her like she's doing something. I'm like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Okay, see, it slipped out again. I'm sorry. But we already know Nicole is not a favorable factor in anything at this time, so we just gonna dust her off like we getting rid of a piece of lint because we don't know really what we want to do with her either. Maybe a comma for her or two. Anyway, we go back to Eric, getting on Quinn, but Quinn is, making her plea very known. She said, well, I'm confused. You need to tell me what we are. I don't want to lose what we are, what we have going. Since you can't put a name on it, I can't put a name on it either. Even though I want you as my man, but I don't make that very clear to you. And it's a sickening twist that they give us. He is getting off. He's getting his balls rocked off about this whole Russian man debaclement of the ruse of a disguise that she got into forced creation and got past Pam. But Pam ain't no security dog. Please. Oh, she like a poodle without a brain. Anyway, it's not hard to get past her at all. Alright. But, he was upset with her still about how his granddaughter felt. I'm like, get your ass out. Get your head out of Steffi's ass, Eric, okay? I need you to pull up on all levels, okay? Because you're crashing and burning in our airplane. And we don't need to be dropping altitude. We need to be climbing. You know what I'm saying? Whew, but anyway, he just threw that in there to just say he was upset that his granddaughter was upset. But no, you could have put that stuff in check. You could have shut all that shit down, Eric, and said, look, god damn it, okay, you already told me that you liked the new person you saw, the happy person. But guess what? I'm seeing Quinn. Now get the hell out of my office, because I believe that's my name outside, Force of Creations. That's me. I built it, whatever. So if you don't like it, change families, because technically you're really not my granddaughter. I pretty much adopted your son because he's not really my son biologically. So really, you're not my grandchild. So let's keep everything in really respect. Okay, let's keep it all in the good foundation of how it was built. So don't overstep your boundaries, because I never got myself or insinuated myself in any of your debaclement. Okay, I just would shut her all the way down by her being my granddaughter, by name only. No bloodline ties. And, we just would roll like that if I was the story writer. And it would have been a good part for tomorrow, too, because we still would have been fussing. And I was just been giving her straight, you just go do what you want to do. I'm paid you enough money. You inherit enough money. You go do what you need to do. But you ain't going to disrespect me or who I want to hang out with. If I want to hang out with psychopath Queen, god damn it, that's my priority. I'm going to hang out with her, and we're going to run until the wheels fall off the car. Okay? Get on board. Get to the left. Get to the right. I don't care, but get out my way. You ain't in the center of the driveway no more, or the highway we riding down on. Okay, I'm tired of your pity party. You're not a child no more. You got your own issues. You deal with them and focus on them. Don't worry about me. I've been through this world a lot longer than you have, so I'm good. You good? And that's how we did Steffi. But anyway, he's just getting on Quinn a little bit more. But then he found out that it was very sexy and erotic, that, she was play this Russian role and get into part by dressing up for, the deliverance of her presentation or whatever she was trying to do. But he thought it was kind of kinky, and he kind of enjoyed it. He ended up giving her a kiss, and they embraced real well. And so I'm thinking it's still fine. Their relationship, it's kind of quirky to me, and it's kind of like, we don't need to be having all this outside stuff. We really don't, because Quinn is not really no old woman. You know what I'm saying? She's giving him his life back by trying to deal with somebody of her age. And she's not an old woman, like I said. She still got it going on. And then we still have old women this season that got it going on. But Eric always had this fetish about younger women, not really women in his age group. Because to me, him and Jackie would have made a beautiful couple. You know what I'm saying? But then she had to go get a little young stud herself, and I don't know what happened to them. Maybe maybe we don't kill them out. Hell, I don't know. But only Belle and Phillips know what they're doing. But they still need some consulting from me, or people like-minded like me that can give them a little bit more to chomp on and be able to sustain for several episodes. Okay. But anyway, we move on from that. They seem to have gotten themselves together. They're on the same page again. He thought it was very exciting after he kept, I guess it playing back in his mind what she was trying to do, and quite hilarious as well. My daughter even got a chuckle of what Quinn did to herself dressing up as a Russian man. I'm like, see, that's what I'm saying. Quinn, my girl, all day, every day, because she gonna show up and show out all the time. Okay, not put on the pedestal of the Lord or Yeshua or Yahweh. No, she'll never be on that type of level. Very, very low. But it's just my entertainment. She gives it to me every time. Every time. I just wait for her to show up as a old woman or something. But she failed miserably in this one, so she'll probably fail in that presentation too, of trying to be somebody else that she's not. So I'm really hoping the writers bring it on out so she could be herself, a sexual, quirky, kinky, sex acted self, and let her just perform as herself and not being dressed up for the part. Anyway, we go on to Wyatt is telling Steffi he needs her to go to Monte Carlo. She's talking about, I adjust my schedule. Steffi, you don't have no schedule, okay? You still sit in those auditorium seats that you have yet to sit in each one at this time. You done rested on me for several times, so I know you still got a little more energy. You need to finish those auditorium seats sitting before you take a pleasure of Monte Carlo, because you ain't numb enough yet. I need you to be numb, like you're blitzed out your mind from having a good sex romp, or you don't have some very good alcohol in your system, okay? And nothing's really making you go off the deep end. But anyway, she'll adjust her schedule, and she's on board with it. And she's like I said, Wyatt receives his phone call. He walks out, and then Steph is trying to get Liam's take on everything. And of course, Liam's like, I know I don't want to go. It's not gonna be a pleasurable trip. I don't like the whole greed mentality and just getting down there and making more money coming to our pockets. You know, that may sound stupid or whatnot, but I want to do something that's going to be my legacy to leave on the world, that I did try to do something good. And, you know, for humanity as the perspective and being the main point, or even living in this type of society and world, planet, whatever you want to put it. And, you know, she's falling in love with his ideal, his mindset, you know, who he is and all this. And I'm like, you can't have both worlds. You can't have the greed and prosperity and then the humanitarian type world. You can't have it, Stephanie. You can't serve one or the other. It has to be one. You have to have passion for it and let it be your cornerstone of who you are. That's something you don't have, Steffi. I'm sorry. Continue to sit in your 5,000 seats, okay? So you sat in each and every last one of them. But anyway, move on. From that situation, we go to commercial, we go back. Sasha's trying to pump information out of Zende of why Nicole has had this turnaround of events. Like I said, very boring storyline, don't want to talk about it anymore. Moving on, we go back to Queen and Eric. They're talking about what happened. Okay, we went over that. They made up, so he likes her forwardness and everything. But the one stupid thing he did let come out of his mouth, tell me, what we gonna do about this situation? What am I supposed to do with you? I like, Eric, if you don't know at this particular time, I need you to be in a coma. I need you to be in a coma too. But anyway, moving on. We go back to Liam and Stephanie. They're making small talk, and he's kind of trying to talk about Wyatt and how Wyatt is being a mover shaker for Spencer's publication, and you know, a very like-minded clone of Bill Spencer. And Steph is saying, yeah, he seems to be doing real well. And of course, Liam says yes, because he's just like our father. I don't think they're thinking about is prosperity for the family and for themselves, keeping revenue at a very high, you know, calculated rate, and they don't care about anything else. They don't really care about the world. They don't care about, you know, poor people. They just don't care, and it's just frustrating the hell out of me. And so, you know, Steph is like, okay, you're gonna be able to do some good stuff. I see you. You're all about helping others. This, that, and that. Well, you know, they finished that little small chit chat, and then Liam goes on to making a move on Steph, and not physically, but he's playing with her mind. So he's pretty much letting her know what she's missing. And he stopped thinking about her. He's going to always have this sexual desire and attraction to her, even if he had to keep it in his mind and just give it to her through mind subliminal messages. You know what I'm saying? Just messing with her. And like I said, he still want to be with her, but they don't know who he want to be with. He don't. He really don't, because they bring in another attractive person that's kind of like-minded, where Liam is at this time. If it's not Hope, he gonna fall for her. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go right back to what that white gentleman had told him on the plane coming back from Australia. You don't need to get married. You might need to wait till you're a lot older, maybe in your 40s, 50s, and then you might be ready to settle down in your mind. But right now you ain't ready. And he right. Liam ain't ready. Liam ain't ready. But anyway, he still goes on to seduce in the last and final scene of this episode, Steffi, and he pretty much got her soul back up in her mind, where if Liam cut off again, she might give if Wyatt cuts up again, she might give Wyatt his walking papers. But like I said, Steffi likes being in the midst of two good men, and they are good men. They just two opposite polars, you know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. It was kind of the exciting part with him and Quinn. Me and Eric and Quinn was the major turnaround for me, because I didn't know where the writers was taking it. I thought, you know, Eric was gonna be fed up with Queen and toss her to the side after he done got all her goodies all this time. But it was a little twist. I can congratulate or say good job writers with that one, but I need a lot more in an episode than just that little turn of events, because we're talking about a 30-minute type of segment show. So you need to give me my 15 minutes of good foolery, you know, good foolery, not bad foolery, okay? And you could kind of cut out the storyline with Zende, Nicole, and Sasha, because like you had the opportunity to play it up, but you let it ride too low, and now I'm just totally not interested in it. They could have been cast out for today and saved for another prominent type source of a scene that will bring us this more believable. Because if he's talking about sex with Nicole on whatever night it pops off, then I'm just really not interested. I'll probably be eating tater chips or something like that while it just smooths by me, because Nicole is just not that type of actor where she, you know, makes me want to do that to my guy, you know, whatever she's trying to do to Zendaya. Because she, I don't know, you would think after having a baby she would have been a little bit more exciting to see and watch, but I you know, maybe down the road she'll get back on my good side. But right now she's just like a whiny little brat that she don't get her way. She gonna cry loud enough, and you know that they said this, the louder the squeak, that gets the oil, pretty much. So it is what it is. It was a good episode today. And that's all I really got to say about it, y'all. And I'll see you tomorrow for more Bold and the Beautiful that will air on the 19th, which is Tuesday. Even though I work, I will still try to get it before I go to sleep that night if I don't get it prior to going to work. All right, guys, take it easy. Be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.